back again already. I got my tripod thing to work. So I know that there's nobody here yet, but I got my tripod thing to work. So you can actually see the colors of my crystals now. I wanted to come back on here and give you guys the ability to actually see the colors of these crystals. So I'm just going to sit here for a minute so you guys can actually see the colors, because my bestie was telling me that the colors are blurry on my laptop, which I kind of thought. So I decided to pop on here and I'm just going to sit here a minute and let you guys see the colors. Ginger, I'm back again already. I got my tripod to work without clicking, and it does such a better job at showing the colors, right? So I decided to pop back on for a little bit so you guys can see the colors better, because my laptop washes the colors out so bad, but this shows the beauty so much better. I can actually take these pieces up and show you guys and have you actually see the beauty in them. It's so frustrating when I'm trying to show you the pretties and you can't actually see them. I know, right? So much better. I know. So I'm just popping on a minute to give everybody a quick view. It is so much better. Thank goodness I was able to get the tripod thing to work. So now it's not clicking on me. I feel like I'm looking up into the sky. But yes, so you guys can get a little bit of a better view at the colors. If there's anything you want to see closer to the camera, let me know. Remind you, everything here is in my shop. Here's this guy, little tortoise guy. My son used to collect turtles, so I have a bunch of turtle crystals that I inherit. Well, I guess maybe I shouldn't say I have them, although I do have them. They're all on his altar. A bunch of turtles. Here's a cute little flower agate dish. So cute. It's kind of hidden back there. This is pretty. This is so pretty. Look at this. Moss agate. Ooh, I feel like, now I'm knocking everything over. I feel like, sorry guys. Look at me making a mess. This one, this is moss agate. Look at that. Oh, the colors are so much better. Yes. Here's another flower agate. It's got a little bit of citrine in there. Little star. Here's the black moonstone heart. Now you can see it. You see that sheen in there? It looks like it's broken right here, but I promise you that is not broken. That is not broken. That is just like a, I don't know what that is. It's like a shiny mineral that's sitting on top, but it's cool. Here's the peach. So pretty. These are new in my shop. They are fire quartz palm stones, or whatever you want to call it. I use them for meditation. Yeah. Here's that gorgeous peach moonstone sphere. I just want to show you guys all over again everything, because better lighting. When you were on vacation, you saw Metallica? Ah, that's so cool. Metallica was, I think, the first band. No. Def Leppard was the first concert I ever went to. Oh my gosh, I was like 13. And it was called Monsters of Rock. And so, yeah, there was like a bunch of bands there. Def Leppard. Oh, I had the biggest crush on Joe Elliott. The biggest. But I am a James Hetfield fan. I love Metallica. That's my favorite band. A little tidbitty about me. Yes, I am a heavy metal girl. I don't know. People look at me and they're surprised by that. But my husband is a rock. I call him a rock star, but he's a rock musician. You know, he plays rock music, not necessarily heavy metal, but I'm just like your mom. Yeah, unapologetically. And this shirt is actually double meaning, you guys, because if you watch my true crime videos that when I do readings on the cases, I'm all about justice. I'm also a Libra, which my energetic number for numerology is 11, which is justice, balance, equality, right? And what does my shirt say? Justice for all. You saw Pantera. I've seen Limp Bizkit. Yeah. Your mom has the same shirt. That's so funny. You know, one of my mods sent me this shirt. Yeah, one of my mods. Say, first mod I've ever had. She's not here today, but her name's Jenny. She's from Canada. Yeah, she sent me a Motley Crue t-shirt as well with this one. You're always saying 1111. That is your angels. That's your guides. That's your angels, your guides. 1111. That's usually a sign that there needs to be something brought into balance, my friend. You've seen Corn and Limp Bizkit. Me too. Where were we? We're Anger Management Tour. That's the name of that one. And they were playing in Washington State. Yeah. It's called the Gorge. It's an area in like the hottest part of Washington State, central Washington State, where they have every summer they have like big music festivals there, and they've got like 4 stages there, so they have like multiple bands playing at the same time. And so yeah, they'll call them like, there was like Monsters of Rock, there was like Anger Management Tour. Yes, Ramstein was with them. Yes. Yep. That is one perk to being married to a musician who's really plugged into the music community, is that I have got to see a lot of bands, and I've got to have like a lot of I've got to meet a lot of like famous people, I guess. A few. So yeah. And my bestie that comes on here, Shirley, she's actually in a band. Her band is called Premonition, and she's the drummer, and her husband plays guitar and sings. So that's how we met. You were at the same tour, only in different states. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That is so funny. Well, great minds think alike, you know. I love it. Yes. We are definitely Gen Xers, my friend. I'm proud of that. So, I'm gonna Shirley. So in January my son transitioned, and I was just devastated, and I was struggling through it. And Shirley, my bestie, was trying everything she could think of to cheer me up. She's that girl. So like, if you're having a bad day, if you've got some kind of tragedy in your life, if you've got something hard you're going through, she's the one who comes into the room and makes people laugh, and brings like the high vibe, and brings like the laughter and the joking, and it's like she turns on, and she's able to just bring the vibration up. And she's always been able to do that, and she just wants to make people laugh and just kind of turn the tears into smiles. And so she was trying so hard to do that for me, and not doing it very well. It's kind of hard to, hi Aggie. It's kind of hard to be happy in a moment like that, or even try to be. So she was struggling, and she called me up, and she said, I figured it out. I know what's gonna make you smile. And I said, what, bestie, what? And she said, I just bought tickets to a Creed concert for us. And I was like, well, you did it. I was smiling. So we're gonna go see Creed in August, I think. So they do a good concert, a really good concert. Yeah, so I'm excited about that one. Everybody makes fun of Creed, but they're awesome. They're awesome. So yeah, she managed to cheer me a little bit. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. The best bestie you could ask for. So how you doing, Miss Aggie? I am selling crystals today, my friends. I started out on my laptop, but it's such terrible camera. Yeah, it's $200, $250 laptop, I think, something like that. So get what you pay for. It definitely looks much better on my phone. You can see the colors at least. Does anybody want to see anything closer? I started putting them away and I thought, you know what? I'm going to try one thing real quick with my new tripod, and it worked. Hello everybody. I see that we've got 10 in chat and only a few people commenting. So I just want to acknowledge those of you who are in the back who aren't saying anything. Hi, and I'm so happy you're here. Here's an angel. You love your crystal you got from me. I'm so happy, Aggie. I love that you got one from me. I love it. Every crystal that I send out is blessed with the highest vibration and intentions for it to work for your highest good to the best of its ability. So happy you love it. Does anybody have any questions? Any specific questions about these crystals or any other crystals? I'm not going to stay on for very long. I was here for about almost an hour before this live, but I was on my stupid laptop and you couldn't see any of these colors. So I came back on here on my phone so that you could get a better look at the colors. So I will leave it in the comments because I'm not real good yet at doing the lives off my phone. I've been using my laptop since I started in it, so I'm not real great about setting up the lives and putting the info in there. But after this live is over and I end it, I will go back to it and I will put the link to my Etsy shop where everything you see here is in my Etsy shop. And I'll leave the link so that you guys can go find, if you see something here you want, you can go find it and get it. And remember, I have the best prices. I have the best prices. I have the best customer service. I always send out freebies to show my appreciation. I'm not overpriced. Just making sure I'm pointing everything out. My crystals are real, authentic. Nothing fake about them. Hi, Mama Bear! Mama Bear! Hi! Oh my goodness, I haven't seen you in so long. I missed you. How are you? I was worried about you. I'm so happy to see your little name pop up. I'm getting ready to leave, but I'm still very happy to see you. Hi, Amy. Oh my gosh, now people are showing up because I'm getting ready to leave. Isn't that how it works? Hi, Amy. Hi, Mama Bear. I did a live for about an hour before this one. I ended that one. Oh, I missed you so much, Mama Bear. Oh, it's so good to see you. But my camera is so terrible on my laptop that you couldn't see anything. So I came and I was choosing my laptop because for some reason my tripod thing was clicking. It was making a clicking sound, but I fixed it. I don't know how. Don't ask me how. I don't know how I fixed it. I just did. So I'm like, oh, that is so much of a better picture. You can actually see the colors. I'm going to pop back on for a few minutes so people can see what I was actually talking about better. But I've got every crystal in a bracelet. I do crystal chips or just the little crystal beads. These are everything you see here is on my Etsy shop. I've got some kind of cool deals going on with some multiple piece sets like these. This is 3 feathers of the red jasper. Very grounding, very earthy. So like I got the 3 feathers together. It's like $11 for 3 pieces. So I'm doing like partner sets trying to sell them. So hi, Mariko. Am I saying that right? Mariko? You're calling me a witch? Okay. Mama Bear, can you get that guy out of here? You might need a hug, my friend. your energy feels very low, your energy feels sad, and you feel lonely, and you feel disconnected from yourself. So you may need to go find somebody to show you some love, raise your vibration. Yeah, sending you high vibes, my friend. Hopefully they reach you and penetrate you. Whoops. Amy, these are the rings. So I've got a flower agate. This is amethyst, jade, amethyst, aquamarine. These two are moss agate. This is a garden quartz. This is one of my favorites. It's really cool looking. We've got a carnelian. A carnelian agate here. This one's really pretty. It's the shape of a heart. This one is a flower agate and carnelian. This one is fluorite. I've got, this is another garden, moss agate. This one's moss agate, and this one's moss agate. This one's really cool. This is like a red carnelian in a chevron pattern. I've got a bunch of, these are all tiger's eye. This is a moonstone. This is clear quartz. It's pretty. Yeah. I also want to point out real quickly that I really want to make some more of the, how much for the ring? The rings are $10 each. $10 each. Yeah, I also want to point out that I've got these Organite pendants that I really, really want to make some more of. Bruce! My cat wants my attention. Can you hear him? I want to make some more Organite pendants, but I need to sell these ones first. So these are these guys, and they've got all the crystals in them. Okay, there's that one. They also have a clear quartz and a black obsidian bead on each one. This is for protection and amplification. So these are energy generators. What you're seeing in there is actual metal. So this is metal and crystal. Okay. This is the Hindu word for Om. I just learned that today. My future daughter-in-law told me. She was here a little while ago. This is the flower life. And this is for either an air sign or it could be the third eye chakra. Yeah, so buy those because I need to make more. I want to make more, but I need to sell those first. Yeah, they're so pretty. They're so pretty. They go with a lot of different things because they have all the different colors. But you can like flip them over and just have the gold showing if you don't want too much of a pop of color. But they're really, really good for like balancing the chakras if you're doing that kind of work. I wear them. I have one that I wear when I'm doing Reiki. I need a tiger's eye, but I also, something else that would help me connect when I meditate. I communicate with spirits, elements, and angels. So, okay, I'm going to suggest fluorite. When you're meditating, fluorite is best for your intuition. So if you're trying to connect through the third eye chakra, fluorite is the best for your intuition for sure. Hi, Jessie May. You're not late, honey. This is actually my second live in a row. I'm so happy you're here. I'm not going to be here very long. I was here for an hour trying to show all of these beautiful crystals with my I was trying to show all these beautiful crystals with my stupid laptop camera. All of these pieces are in the shop, you guys. Look at these. These are like some of my favorite pieces that I'm literally having such a hard time parting with. But this is ocean jasper. Does that not look like an island surrounded by the sea? This one's my favorite though. So pretty. And then this is the smallest. Look at that. What? Gorge. I love those. Ocean jasper. I know, they're amazing. How do you order? Okay, so I'm gonna pop off this live here in just a few minutes, sweetheart. All of you. And I'm going to go over to TikTok. I'm scheduled to do a live over there pretty soon. So I'm going to go over to TikTok and do my live over there. As soon as I'm finished with this, I'm going to go right into the comments because that's the only way I know how to do it this right now. I'm going to go into the comments and drop the link to my Etsy store. And then you can just follow it over and then type in Ocean Jasper. And everything in my store that has to do with Ocean Jasper will pop up. And then you can go find what you want. I'll take tiger's eye and fluorite rings. Do you accept sell? Honey, I'm going to tell you these are the link to all of this stuff. Okay, I sell everything through Etsy because Etsy takes care of taxes, shipping, all of that for me. So I don't have to try to figure out what everybody's information is. So everything will be linked. So just go to the comments and like I said, go in there, type out tiger's eye. It'll show you everything I have in tiger's eye and you go find the ring. I've got 3 or 4 of them. So hopefully your size will be there. I love Etsy too. They're doing me real good this time around. I had Etsy a few years ago when I very first started making healing jewelry. I had an Etsy and I didn't have that much luck with it. So I kind of let it go. And I started a pop-up store where I was having like in physical locations. And I did that for a really long time until I had my botched foot surgery. And then I couldn't walk. So I had to go back to Etsy. But okay, thank you guys so much for coming to another live in a row. Thank you, Ginger, for following me. Thank you guys for popping in and saying hi. It was so nice to see you, Mama Bear. I will be back. I need to pop over to TikTok and do my live over there, but I will be back. If I don't see you guys tomorrow, I will see you on Sunday for our class, our tarot class. Obviously, Sunday was Mother's Day, so I wasn't here this week, but we will be resuming on Sunday. So, okay, my friends, thank you so much for showing up. Look for the link in the chat or in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you guys, if not tomorrow, the next day. All right, guys. Have a wonderful Friday and a blessed weekend. Let me see if I can end this. I'm not sure how.